Welcome to Empowered Gardening. I'm going to cover today how to garden intensively in a small spot, and I'm going to talk to you about soil and put in some plants, and we're going to have a lot of fun. No one has a black thumb. Maybe someone told you that you have a black thumb, but it's not true. You can start to recognize that plants need light and they need water, and for the most part I'll say that they need soil. This particular garden area is only 3 feet wide. Now you could say, well, what can you grow in 3 feet? I'm going to tell you, and you're going to see over time, a lot can be grown in 3 feet. And what's wonderful is the richness of this soil now. It's still, over time, is going to get better. I like to reuse yogurt containers instead of buying pots. So why am I knocking it? Because I want to loosen up the soil around the roots. This has probably been in this pot for about less than a month. See? At the bottom, we have all these roots and onto the side. Well, that's where the water, when you water something, starts to accumulate. That's where the roots go. So now, obviously you have two plants here. So how am I going to separate them? I just take my hands. Now, you don't have to do this without gloves, people. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to hurt my nails, or, I don't have that nails problem. I don't care that much. But I also touch soil because I think that it keeps me healthy, because soil has certain types of bacteria that are wonderful. This has roots kind of coming out, and you can tell where the bottom of the plant used to meet the soil. Because I disturbed the soil, the roots are showing. I'm going to add soil to where it was before. So you always plant plants at the same level that they were when they were growing originally. So this is red leaf lettuce. What's nice about this is it not only tastes great, but it's actually really quite beautiful. So when I'm planting, I also think about what is going to do well together, but also what looks beautiful together. Lots of people just plant in rows. When you're doing intensive gardening, I don't think that's really as good an idea. So I have, how should I put it, almost a sixth sense, because you have to understand, I've been planting all my life, and I'm an old woman now, so I have a lot of experience. So I don't even think about, okay, I'm going to do it at this depth. Now, how I figured that out was by comparing the length of the plant's root system and the length of the actual trowel. This is a really nice trowel, but you can use a spoon. Now, you've noticed that I haven't watered these yet. It's really important for you to understand that you're not going to want to water if you're actually in the garden spot. So I want you to see, compared to the lettuce I replanted, the chive roots haven't grown as much, but there are small roots there. I also want you to see that the soil of the plants that you buy in the store usually has some white particles. That's called vermiculite. It lightens the soil and helps maintain moisture. Now I'm planting this grouping of chives. Chives are a member of the onion family. The texture and color of these are different from these. I did some damage to this fennel. I do apologize, but I don't want you to get excited and say, oh my goodness, I killed the plant. Plants are very resilient. You can ask for forgiveness if you want to, that's fine. And the good thing is, I now have something that I can chew on while I'm planting. I expect that this fennel will last through the SoCal winter. And you just make sure that it's secure. I bought this press, root and all, at the 99-cent store. They take a lot of water. So this is kind of something that I would consider for a shady area. Now, unfortunately, I was going to put this in a couple days ago, so you do see that there's some yellow leaves here. I'm just going to pull these off. Basically, I waited a little bit too long for this. But again, do not get upset. Plants have a way of forgiving all the neglect that we have a tendency to do. I'll get to you, yes I will, but then you don't, and you know, really. Okay, so you can see that they come in different little sections. Now that has a little root there, that has roots there, so you can separate these. And what's fun about that is you're going to get more than one plant. So from this particular plant, I got about 8 other plants. Now I am going to wiggle the individual plants apart. You can compost these yellow leaves. Now these are all separated and I'm ready to plant. And you want to basically figure out where they all come together. Okay. And put those in. Bring the soil up around it again. So, this is a kale plant. Kale, the miracle vegetable. I've had some kale plants that have lived for longer than a year. This is actually one plant. And what's nice about that is you're going to want to harvest it by taking the outer leaves. So not the little leaves, you want to take the bigger leaves. And look at that. So I get to have another piece. Yes, you get to graze while you're in the garden. I put the plants in so there are different textures and different looks. Feathery back here, more upright here. Then we have the red, and then we have the parsley. All you need to have an abundant garden is good soil, light, and water.
It's been about 3 months since we've planted everything here, and we've been harvesting it daily as well as watering it and fertilizing it. And the plants that have been feeding us and our fellow creatures are the kale here, the parsley, the chive. We ate all the red leaf lettuce, but the cress is still growing. And the fennel, which has come to be growing over 5 feet tall. Well, we hope you've enjoyed Eco Cindy. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like it, give it a thumbs up, and share with everyone you know and who loves gardening. Come back and see us again. Bye.